always cool.
Within Chicago, or is it all over the country?
No, it's actually just in the state of Illinois. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get to move around a little bit, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit. Like I could just throw my hand up and do some out of state audits, but I feel like the state doesn't pay me more to do that. So
okay.
Unless I just want to get away, but yeah.
So earlier you said your dad's friend was a rocket scientist.
Yes.
Okay. What did your dad do?
My dad was a city engineer.
Okay.
And when I say city engineer, like, so in those terms, like he basically was a mechanic for big equipment.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like it's funny because you think about it, like, what were their conversations?
Yeah, that's what I was going. Well, if he's a rocket scientist, that's why I was curious. Like, what did Dad do? Because that had to be a hell of a conversation. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know. If I would have known that they had such differing of experiences and kind of, I guess I'm gonna say skill or just intelligence levels. I'm sure my father was smart or whatever, but I don't think he definitely wasn't a rocket scientist.
Nah, in that conversation, talking to a person that's a rocket scientist, that's miles and miles ahead. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But the dude was very goofy, so my father was funny. So I think that's
okay. Also, there were levels to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember they talked about sports. They did do that. They did a lot of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you had no idea how special that was growing up, that this man was a rocket scientist?
An African-American rocket scientist.
Yeah, an African-American, an indigenous man walking around as a rocket scientist.
No.
Everybody just speaking to him.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I think, that's sad that I didn't. And my parents, my parents are kind of matter-of-fact people. They kind of like, they are not kind of, as you say, uppity or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, my mom, one of her really good friends is from Germany. Like, it's part of where I get my name from or whatever. But like literally just one day, me and my mom were talking, and she was like, "Oh yeah, here's some photos of me when I was younger. This is when I was working for the Black Panthers." I was like, "What? You work for the Black Panthers?" Yes.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Right?
I love that. I love hearing that.
Right?
I love hearing it. They go two of them. They go to.
Yes. Huey, is that Huey and Carmichael?
And Bobby Seale.
Bobby Seale, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think one of my aunts dated Bobby Seale or Carmichael, one of the two.
Stokely Carmichael?
Stokely, yeah. Okay. Dated Stokely. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
That's very interesting. I like hearing stuff like that. That's dope. That's dope.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
My mom was telling me, so another good story that my mom told me that she didn't even think about it. Because she was talking about, we were talking about protesting, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I remember when I was 9 years old and I went to go get a hamburger." So back then a hamburger was like a nickel. But in Alabama, it was coloreds and whites. So she just walked up to the diner counter or whatever, and she was just like, "Give me a burger." And they were supposed to get the burger and walk back out. Her little 9-year-old butt sits there and just eats the burger, and that was like a big no-no. And I said, "Mom,
salute her for doing it though."
Right?
Salute to her for doing. Fuck that. I salute her for doing that shit.
Yeah, my mom is interesting character.
Fuck that. It's a burger, man. You do something to a fucking kid, piece of shit.